Welcome to the Lyft Zone. It's your man Nate, and today I'm going to talk about some happenings with Lyft, including Lyft Line. So stay tuned. Welcome back. It's your man Nate, and it's been a long time since I talked to you guys, man. I just had a baby girl, so that's the reason why I haven't been making videos for the past week or two. So she was born healthy, wife is fine, and baby is fine. So let's get back to the week in Lyft. Now, before I talk about Lyft, I want to talk about Uber. What Uber announced last week is that they'll be issuing out, if you apply for a debit card, where you can actually get your funds immediately transferred to this debit card. Works like a debit card that you already have. You take it to the ATM or you take it to the store and you can use it. So you can transfer your funds to this debit card at any time, and there's no minimum. So that's great, okay? We got Uber out the way. Now let's talk about the Lyft Line, baby. My last video, I was pleading that Lyft would not come to Philadelphia with that Lyft Line. I also predicted Villanova winning. Shout out to Villanova, #1 team, winning the NCAA basketball championship. But back to our subject. Okay, so last time I was pleading that Lyft didn't bring that Lyft Line to Philadelphia. But they didn't listen to little old me. They brung that baby. They started Lyft Line in Philadelphia, Denver, San Diego, San Jose, Seattle, and Newark also. Pros and cons, okay? There's some good things with that. There's some bad things with that. Let's start with the good things. One of the good things about Lyft Line is that it doesn't decrease your earnings at all. So, for example, if you have Johnny, you're picking up Johnny and you're taking him to the university. Just say you get paid $10. That was for the time, because you get paid for the time and for the mileage. Okay, so based on that, it was $10. Well, if you go and get Johnny and now y'all picking up Pam on the way to the university, you're still going to get that $10. Okay, so you're not losing money. People, and I heard people in different forums say you're going to lose money. You're not going to lose money because of Lyft Line, okay? So that's a pro. You're not going to lose any money. So whatever you're going to get based on the time and based on the mileage is what you're going to get. Now, some people might say, well, no, because if I'm taking Johnny to the university, it was going to be $10. When he goes in his app for Lyft, for the Lyft Line, it says $5. That's correct. But what Lyft is saying is that they're kind of playing their odds, okay? So what they're saying is that, okay, yes, it may be $5. It may be $5 in his app because his is based on an estimate, okay? So an estimate at fixed costs. But for you, the driver, it's going to be based on the mileage and the time. So sometimes the mileage and the time is going to go above what they expect, meaning Lyft, or below what they expect. So to make a long story short, sometimes sometimes Lyft is going to win and sometimes Lyft is going to lose on the transaction. So it could be that they lose, but they still supplement the driver the X amount of money based on the time and the mileage. So make a long story short, for the Lyft Line drivers, you're not going to lose, okay? So that's a pro. What's another pro? Pro 2 is that, as we all know, what's the major difference between Uber and Lyft? Tips. Okay, in the application of Lyft, it has in there where you can tip the person, making it easier for the person to tip so they don't have to feel the pain of giving you actual cash. Okay, so with Lyft, now with Lyft Line, you have 2 opportunities to get tips off of one ride. 2 opportunities. Now, for those people who don't do anything and they're just driving and they don't have any type of strategy and they're not talking to the customer and they're giving no customer experience, yeah, it may suck because you may not get no tips. But for people like me, I'm very customer service oriented. So what I do is I try to talk to the patrons. What I try to do is I try to, I offer them, I have peppermints back here. And I have peppermints because it's something that's very cost efficient. It's not messy, so it's not going to get all over my car, and they can kind of take them and leave. I've had the same 2 bag of peppermints for like the past maybe 4 months. So this is something that you can do also. So I try to make my rides very friendly and very customer oriented, because with Lyft, I feel like that's an incentive for them to give tips. Does everybody give tips? No, but some people do. So I go back to Lyft Line. With Lyft Line, now you have 2 people in one ride that you're eligible to get tips from. So I think that's awesome. What's some of the downsides? Some of the downsides is that the dynamic is crazy. I talked about this in my Uber pool video, but the dynamic is crazy. So when you have one stranger, meaning you the driver, and then another stranger, meaning the passenger, that's fine because you guys can vibe. But when you got a third stranger, now you got 3 sets of strangers, and you gotta kind of try to manipulate the situation so that everybody is feeling comfortable. That's what I try to do. Some people say it's too much work. I don't think so. I'm just out here having a good time speaking with people. And for those who are saying that this can't work, look, man, don't make excuses, make adjustments. Make adjustments, because even with these things that Uber and Lyft are doing, there's still ways to make money out there. If you're not making no money out there, you need to take one of these driving classes, or maybe look at my channel, Lyft Zone. Go through the videos and look at the different suggestions that I'm giving you to make money, because there's still money to be made out here. If you're not making money, there's a problem. And usually the problem is with the person who's not making money, because there's still people out there killing it. With Uber pool, with Lyft pool. Are they the best situations? That's based on somebody's opinion. But there's still ways that people are making money off these ride sharing programs, okay? And it beats a job at McDonald's. It beats a job at Walmart, okay? You set your own hours. You're talking to people, and you make as much money as you want to make for that day, and then you turn the app off, and then you go home. You don't have a boss. So it's definitely an awesome way to make a second income. But let's get back to the Lyft Line. With Lyft Line, if you go to a passenger, the time starts ticking. And if they're not there within a certain time, when that time runs out, you cancel and then you move on. Okay? And then if that time goes down, then what you'll get is the no-show cancellation fee. So I do like that Lyft has made it that passenger, or that second passenger, they need to be on time. They can't just have you out there waiting. If they have you out there waiting, boom, you hit the cancellation that they did not show, a no-show, and then you get the money for that, the cancellation no-show money for that. So I also want to talk about, in this session, I want to talk about bonuses also, because I'm seeing a lot of people sign up, and I'll probably make a total different video or a separate video for this, but I'm going to tell this little bit into this segment. People who are signing up for Lyft or Uber, please know what you have to hit to get this bonus. I see a lot of people signing up, but they're not getting the bonus. What do I think the biggest problem is? The biggest problem is focus. You don't know how many rides it takes for you to get that bonus. For example, in Philadelphia, it's 50 rides in 30 days, you get $500. So if you sign up for this, know that you have to hit 50 rides within 30 days. Know how many days you're going to work, and then space it out. Once you space it out every day, hit that goal, and then you will get that money. Now, there may be some people that's on the fence. Maybe I want to do it, maybe I don't want to do it, I don't know, maybe I don't want strangers in my car. Look, this is what I say, this is my advice, my humble advice. Sign up, and I have links in the description, because you need the promo code. If you don't have the promo code, you won't get the bonus. Sign up through the links that are in my description for Uber or Lyft. And then once you do that, find out how many rides you need to get the bonus. Do those rides to get the bonus. After you get the bonus, then you can analyze whether this is something that you want to do or not. If it's not something that you want to do, now you got that bonus money and the money that you made for working that time. So then you can kind of, okay, this is something that I want to do, or this is something that I don't want to do. So that's my advice. Get the bonus. But for those people who do sign up, know what the bonus is, space it out on how many rides that you need to hit daily to get that bonus, and then do it. Because I see a lot of people leaving money on the table and not actually getting the bonus because they may fall one ride short or two rides short, which to me is silly, which is straight silly. So again, this is your man Nate. If you do have, if you think that this is something that's useful to other people, please share it. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, share it all over social media, okay? And also subscribe to my channel. Again, subscribe, hit the button up there that says click to subscribe to my channel, so then that way you will get alert every time a video comes out. I also have some other things that I'm going to be doing here as far as supplementing your income, baby, because that's what it's about, supplementing your income. I'll put a video out. It's probably going to be popping off next month, okay? But to keep it with Uber and Lyft, there is money to be made out there. This is one of the best ways to make secondary, to have a secondary income. And as we know, it's about those streams of income. If you do have any questions, get at me during the comments. You can see during my comments, I try to answer everybody unless your comment is vulgar. If your comment is vulgar, I'm bouncing you up out the comment or the thread, okay? If you're cursing, okay, well, I don't play that, okay? If you're cursing, I'm flagging your comment and it's getting taken off, man. So look, stay with positivity. Just leave positive comments. If you have any questions, definitely put me on there, man. Shout outs to my regulars, man. And again, it's your man Philly Nate. If you need something, get at me. Out.